For now, I want to hit this kind of as the last session on breathing. When I work with singers in person, this could be a 2 or 3 month process. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll say it right here. This doesn't happen overnight. This is hours and hours of practicing, years and years of singing. But can you improve every time you go to sing? Absolutely. Can you do one little thing a little bit better with breathing and find some great results? Of course, that's what I want to have happen. But don't just kind of push this off and say, okay, I understand the concept and move on, and then don't come back to it. What I have heard from folks is, I remember being taught this stuff, but I never practiced it or forgot about it. Well, you probably haven't quite been taught it the way that I'm teaching it. A friend of mine from years ago had just called it diaphragmatic costal breathing. We talk about the diaphragm, the costal muscles working in concert, taking that breath, training your body like an athlete to get your body to do what it needs to do over time because you have practiced it over and over and over. I mentioned this a few sessions back too. This will wipe you out. This will make you tired. If you're doing it correctly, your stomach will start to feel like, oh my goodness, I'm sore. I'm not used to thinking this way, and I'm not used to breathing this way. What I do want to bring up today, and this will be very brief, is proper tension in the body. There is bad tension. I over-demonstrate it when I do this. I'm not going to sing like I'm angry, but sometimes you can see those veins popping out and the head getting red and the shoulders are tense and you're even going like this after you're done singing, feeling like, man, I am sore, or my lower back is sore, or why do I feel like this when I just want singing to be enjoyable? Even when I'm on the platform leading in worship or participating in the congregation, I want singing to be enjoyable. Do you ever find certain times of the day you just can't sing as well as other times of the day? Maybe you're more warmed up. Very likely that is the case. But as we're referring to breathing, I want to talk about this proper tension. Saw the improper tension? The proper tension is this. As I have this expansion of air and this demonstration that my stomach expands as I take a good breath, I want proper tension, and I think of it like an isometric, two things pushing against each other. I want to push my stomach out. I want to push my stomach in at the same time. That is proper tension. And that way I'm not forcing all of that air back out at once, and I am keeping a good tension in this part of my region, my body, that allows me to sing with more dynamic, a longer sustained, bigger sound if I need it, a good whispered sound if I need it. That's just one area of tension. We can create tension all the way from the soles of our feet up as we sing, and that will be another session that I call bottom-up singing. So proper tension starts here with that good breath. If you can't keep attention, push out against that stomach while you're pushing in, your brain's pushing in, or actually physically trying to push in. I don't want to just take it, push in, and it's gone. I want to keep the tension there and push against it. And then as I desire more air to leave, I let tension out of my stomach go and more pressure and in and up, that J motion. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. You're hearing some concepts that maybe you've never heard before. But that's good. I'm really glad you're trying to figure out this technique of singing. Singing is a technique. God has given us the ability to praise Him. God has given us voices to use for Him. But God has also given us a mind and the ability to do things really well. And that's all I'm suggesting. Regardless of ultimately your skill level as a singer, do it as skillfully as you possibly can.